But we have a match here today with Tyler against Cedrik, which I believe is on the winner's side of bracket. I'm not sure what stage it's at. Winners semis, thank you very much. So the winner will advance to winners finals. Loser will still have a second opportunity in loser's bracket. So today we are playing all of the 9-hole courses in this game. This will be similar to the other winners semis match, which will be streamed later. So, what? Oh, you did the other winners semis. Okay, thanks for the correction. All right, so some of you guys should be able to know how it goes. All 9-hole courses, randomize what order you're gonna start from, and here comes the draw. Lakeside Classic. So the 18-hole game is Lakeside and Classic, and then we're finishing off with Resort. By the way, guys, do mind that I may still mess up now and then with points talking about mechanic-wise or gameplay and such, because, you know, I just play Resort. Resort and Club are two complete different games. But anyway, let's get into the game. Tyler goes first, following our standard start of order of play on hole 1. And then, of course, whoever scores the lowest on said hole will go first the next hole. Tyler off and running. First shot on Lakeside hole 1. Very strong southwest wind. Finishing. So he's going to have to travel further uphill for the green. He's got to be careful, though, he doesn't overhit the shot, though. That's a bit of a funny pin location. It's like a small little slip up and you're going to find yourself in the rough. Ooh, just avoided. Tyler just avoided landing in the rough. Now, can he get the birdie putt here? This will be a good start for him if he does. Considering he didn't have really good wind to start off with. And it's in. Very nicely done by Tyler. And now Cedrik can go next. Oh, Cedrik has a lot better wind. Easier to play on. Only 2 meters per second heading towards west. Or 4 miles per hour west, depending on what version of the game you own. It's a shame you can't have players from different regions in one, online lobby. So full power, 9-9, I believe, was the shot of the order. And that's a very nice landing on the green indeed. Cedrik should be able to pick up the birdie here. Not much slope to work with either. Nicely done. Very good second shot from Cedrik, helping him picking up the birdie. So now we're on to hole 2. Tyler has no wind. A possible hole-in-one opportunity here. Going 3-iron, so I assume he's going to play a backspin shot. More or less. Oh, what? Oh, it looks like he went 5-iron, actually. He swapped to the 5-iron. He's landed far away than he would have liked. Quite a long distance here for this putt. Oddly enough, one of the stamp requirements in this game is to make a 25-foot putt. 25 foot or 25 meters? I believe it's 25 meters, but, Cedrik could correct me. But anyway, Tyler, taking his time. Meters. Thank you, Cedrik. And that's the beauty of a putt. Well done, Tyler. Keeping below par, that magnificent putt, which was under 35 feet. So, on to Cedrik. Very good wind. Should make landing on the green not so difficult, especially with backspin coupled, which I believe he used, or maybe not. But he's landed a lot closer to the pin. Looking reminiscent to hole 1, Cedric. Slope's a little bit funny. He's on a slight downward slope, but the slope is going down to the right, but it's going to go to the left downwards. Ooh, and as a result, I think the funny design of the slope threw Cedric off slightly. That can happen sometimes. I've been, I get like a sudden brain fart because I don't know where to aim for a putt like that. But unfortunately, for Cedric, he's got a par, so he's already very early disadvantage. But we still have another 25 holes to go to. Tyler now playing his first shot on hole 3. Didn't have the worst win to go for this shortcut, but it's, but honestly, I don't blame the majority of people for going the simpler way, which is along the fairway route. I think birdie is the norm, really, for this hole, so, yeah. I mean, it's funny, because in Classic and Resort, the par 5 holes, there's usually always an opportunity for an albatross on them. Lakeside, they effectively scratched that idea. Because I think for the par 5 holes in the Lakeside course, getting a birdie is like the eagle of Resort and Classic. And then you use that logic and apply it to the eagles and albatrosses. Yeah. Should give you guys an idea of how much difficult the Lakeside course is. So, Tyler attempting to land on the green. Manages to hold the ball very nicely, playing with backspin. Should be able to pick up a birdie here. And while he gets it, I can see through the corner of my eye, as Cedric appears to play his first shot, that he's got south wind.
Solid shot.
I think there's a small fairway patch. Oh no, he was just landing on the left side of the fairway between the trees. Assuming because he has south wind to work with, by going left, he can travel a lot further up the fairway here. Similar, around the same area where Tyler had for his second shot. Looks reminiscent, the gameplay. Although with different winds. Pin location like in the middle of 2 hills. Ooh, he red barred, but it went in the direction that Cedric would have wanted to, more or less. So Cedric was quite fortunate there with the red bar. I don't think you can control the red bar. I think Wii Sports Golf, like OG Sports Golf, is the only you can control red bar. I mean, it was a bit dodgy how you inputted power and such. But anyway. Cedric picks up the birdie. Well done to Cedric. Still only 1 stroke behind Tyler, as Tyler can now go first on hole 5. Strong wind heading towards east. But it looks like he doesn't need to aim so far to the left, though, to potentially get the hole-in-one. So let's see how he does. If we're going to play a shot, that is. Okay, practice strokes are in. And he's away. The game is glitching. Held the ball reasonably well. It is going down slope for a while. It should stop soon, and it has. So this looks like this is going to be a straightforward putt here for Tyler. the more I look at this hole in general, as Tyler gets the birdie, I think the design of this green as such, it looks like the sun is wearing a blindfold. The sun is essentially sleeping because the moon is taking its place right now. Anyway, on to Cedrik. Very nice landing there. Well controlled with the backspin. He had a more favorable pin location, one that wasn't on a large downward slope and such. And easily picks up the birdie, so good job to him. Now we move on to hole 5, which, I mean, getting an eagle on this would be extraordinary, to say the least. You may as well just not think about eagles and just worry about getting on the green within 3 shots. So, Tyler up first. He's got wind heading towards southeast, but I don't really think that's gonna... I don't think that's really gonna be a... Sorry, pardon me. I lost my focus a little bit. No, I don't think any wind condition that these guys are gonna get here is gonna make a huge major difference. Maybe with the strongest wind possible heading towards north, you might get an eagle. That's if he can land on the green in 2 shots. So Tyler finally plays his first shot. And he's landed on a fairway portion. That's a good start. Can he do it again for his second shot? So that he can land on the greens, so he can land on the green comfortably and not worry about splicing. Splicing is referring to shooting, is when you shoot the ball in the rough bunker or deep rough and it doesn't go where you're aiming, essentially. It's also present in resort golf. But not in OG Sports Golf. OG Sports Golf, it doesn't matter where the ball lands, you will always shoot in a straight line. Now back onto Tyler. He's played 2 very good shots here. And he's got he's in a nice spot here to get a birdie, assuming he can land nicely on the green here. It does look like he can't really go for a backspin iron shot because the tree might be in the way for that. So that's why he switched to the driver or spoon to drive through the deep rough and the rough. And the ball has ran away as a result. But he's still on the green nevertheless. It's not a straightforward putt though, what he's faced. And this is for birdie, so if either misses, Cedrik has an opportunity to level out the match again early on. And he makes it. That is a very nice, beautiful putt there from Tyler. Very well played. On to Cedrik now, heading to the left because he had winds heading towards east, I believe. Well, I'm going to be corrected it anyway because we're heading north. We're going north, basically. Only one direction. Yeah, it was to east. Oh, actually, no, southeast. So it's a bit of wind to Tyler, but a lot stronger. That's probably why Cedrik went to the left. Because I don't think it was a reliable route. Tyler's route, that is. Okay, so 2 shots in. He's getting close to the green. No, he's going to use the spoon here. I hope this works out for him. Ooh, first bounce was in the deep rough, and I think he's still in it. Yes, he is. That's unfortunate. Well, there's always a chip-in opportunity, even if you're shooting in the deep rough and such. Okay, so very close to the birdie chip-in. Not there, but he should be able to pick the par. Cedrik will at least stay 1 under Tyler's lead. Sorry, 1 over Tyler's lead. Wait, actually, no, 2 pars. Oh, my bad. He's actually extended his disadvantage again. But only by 1 stroke. So, on to Tyler. First shot for hole 6. And wind is good enough, and the wind is pretty good here. He can shoot beyond the beyond the lake and is in the middle of the course. Sorry, the hole. Cedrik, on the other hand, I don't think he's going to be able to go forwards over the lake. But who knows? Tyler can go whenever he's ready. And Tyler going for a big hook or slice shot first round to basically work the wind into his favor, so the ball is literally going in a straight line. That was a very good first shot, actually. Now, I'm not too sure if he can shoot over the tree here. If he can't... Oh, wait, no, he's actually going to do... Is he? Is he going for another hook shot? I would assume so. Maybe with backspin as well. Yeah, I think he played a big slice or hook shot with backspin. We did have some lag there, but the ball has landed fairly distant. Is it? Yeah, kind of. But this slope shouldn't be too difficult to work with to get the birdie. Did well to land on the green in 2 shots. And he makes the birdie. Very nicely done. Tyler's putting game is looking solid very early on. Might be a difficult task for Cedrik to catch up if he continues to get pars and such. And yeah, it looks like I was correct about the wind not making the first shot over the lake viable. It is why he switched to the 3-iron. Just to ensure he lands on the fairway near the lake. The flip side, it does allow him to use the driver for the next shot. As long as the ball doesn't catch a tree, which hasn't, he's going to get a very nice landing on the green. That is elegant. That is elegant. Very nicely done. Now just get that birdie, and you'll still only be 2 strokes above Tyler. And it's in. Nicely done there by Cedrik. Good showcase of hole 6 there from both players, I feel. Both playing differently to get on the green in 2 shots. But they both got the birdie, so good job to them. On to Tyler now for hole 7, which has the Wii U logo. Now, for those who don't know, a stamp requirement... By the way, Tyler can go first now. One of the stamp requirements in this game is to land the ball in the middle of the U in the Wii U logo. That is a stamp requirement. And then, of course, you complete the course as usual. Now, Tyler is working with south wind here, so... Birdie might be a bit tough for him, depending on how this first shot goes. And he's caught the tree. Oh, is it on the fairway? No, it's in the rough. That's unfortunate. Oh my word. That is very, very small difference. It like barely just got on the rough. Tyler's unfortunate there. But I think he'll be able to recover from it though. But Tyler could be getting his first par here unless he has a trick that he can pull to get out of trouble. And that would be it. Look at that for a landing. Shooting from the rough, may I add. Very well done to Tyler there to getting on the green. And there's another birdie, even though the image was lagging there. Oh, I'm very impressed with how Tyler's playing. Every hole he's gotten a birdie so far. Very consistent gameplay. Now let's move on to Cedrik, who has no wind on this hole. He does catch the tree here, but it's actually a good thing to catch the tree here because that will help stop the ball from running away so much. And because it's very close to that patch of fairway, it could be, you know, a possible strategy to shoot towards the tree and such. I think Resort's hole 7 is a bit similar. I just don't know 100%. So, oh, very close to the chip in. Wow. Great effort, nevertheless, though, from Cedrik. I think it's a bit funny that the hole or the pins in Resort Club as Cedrik picks up another birdie, and Tyler can go first on hole 8. The hole doesn't stay within like a the green essentially has a checkerboard pattern, and if you played OG or Resort, you know that the holes is typically in the center of the squares. But in club, it doesn't follow, being center of a square pattern and such. Oh, Tyler already played hole 8 already, and he's got a birdie,
okay.
I believe.
His stream delay was huge. Sorry that
his stream delay was huge.
Oh my god! Wow, it buffered a lot there for me. Okay, sorry, but yeah.
Cedrik, go ahead then. Okay, Cedrik just explained that there was a huge delay on Tyler's part. But he got a birdie though. He got a birdie. That's all we can say really. Now on to Cedrik. He doesn't have north wind, which is a good thing. Cedrik or Tyler pointed out earlier that if you have north wind on this hole, the ball can essentially go flying away from the green. And this is why we're seeing about only 3.2 power. Oh, he's underhit this significantly. Not looking too good here for Cedrik. Probably have to settle for another par, unless he can make this chip in. He played it with backspin as well. I'm not too sure if that was intended or not. I don't know. Oh, Tyler's already started. Tyler, I don't know if you can hear me, but you're way ahead. You may want to stop playing for now. Alright, back to Cedrik. Oh, that's unlucky. That's unlucky. But it was a case of Cedrik hitting the ball too hard. So this is going to be Cedrik's first bogey of the game. However, there's another 2 9-hole courses to go through. So still an option. So Cedrik still has plenty of chances to make up for lost time. So Tyler, who is currently far ahead of us, can now go ahead, play his next shot. I hope we're still on track with him as best we can. I don't know. Anyway, hole 9 again. Getting a birdie here is the norm. Getting an eagle here. Basically, you would need to pull off a chip-in attempt. I don't think it's possible to land on the green in 2 shots, especially with how little room for error there is. So Tyler lands on the edge, actually. Interestingly enough, it's got a difficult birdie putt here, but could still make it on this anchor-shaped green. And unfortunately, he misses it. But that's only the first putt that Tyler's missed. His putting has been really consistent. And he does get and that is Tyler's first par, but he got -8 on Lakeside course. That's actually a very good score.
Solid shot.
On to Cedrik now, heading to the right because he has strong winds heading towards west. Now, depending on where the pin location is, he may have to. Oh no, actually northwest. My apologies. Yeah, northwest wind. Well, it's still heading towards west to some extent, but not entirely west. So because of the added north wind, that's why he's using an iron here for the second shot. Would be amazing here if Cedrik got a chip-in eagle. But he'll be more than happy to get a birdie here. Ooh, the ball has run away slightly, but Cedrik is closer to the pin location with his shot compared to Tyler. Doesn't have a lot of slope to work with either, despite it going uphill from here. Great chance to make up for the bogey earlier. And he has. Very well done to Cedrik. Finishing Lakeside course -5. Not a bad score. He was unfortunate with the bogey, but he manages to make up for it with a birdie on hole 9. So now Tyler can go first on Classic hole 1. Right? Oh! My apologies. Thank you for reminding me that, Cedrik. It's amazing! I actually did not notice that. But then again, though, I got so used to seeing Tyler getting birdies and Cedrik making up for it or being slightly less than Tyler. I was so used to it. So Cedrik starting off first shot. He had direct south wind. It should make it, ideally, it should make it very easy to set up for chip-ins. He played the backspin. Good thing. Held the ball. And should be able to pick up the birdie here. I would class classic hole 1 green as the second flattest green throughout the entire game in Wii Sports Club Golf. I think Resort hole 1 has the flattest green out of every course. All right, so Cedrik gets a birdie. On to Tyler now. Now he's working with southeast wind here. Went for a red bar. Red bar worked in his favor yet again. No, not yet again. No, sorry. I think it was Cedrik who had red bar that worked in his favor. My bad. Anyway. So because he has wind going towards south, he can use a lower numbered iron and play with a lot more power. Now he did overhit the shot slightly, but the putt is well, a putt here is viable for a birdie, given how flat the green is. And it's in. Very nicely done there by Tyler. Also getting a birdie. Now on to Cedrik to start off on Classic hole 2, or hole 11 I should say. And this is hole in 1 potential, I believe. Well, no hole in 1, but a good landing though, nevertheless. Should pick up the birdie from here. And he's made it. Nicely done by Cedrik, starting off the game with 2 birdies. Better start compared to his Lakeside course playthrough. Birdie and par. Now on to Tyler, who has to work with south wind, more or less. Oh! Oh! My word! Oh! How close can you get? Well, at least Tyler picks up a very easy birdie, but my word, he was so close to the hole in 1. Very unlucky for Tyler on that part. Anyway, on to Cedrik, and heading towards the fairway island is viable with the wind he has. In fact, with strong south wind, you could literally go for a drive of full power and make it guaranteed. Now, it's all about the second shot here, which is important. I think usually if you use a driver in Resort, the ball just goes flying. Or full power spoon. The ball has still gone flying somewhat. So I think it was just a case of Cedrik overhitting it. But you can typically hit the driver or spoon a lot harder compared to Resort, even with weaker winds, and the ball should still land relatively close to the green, or on it for that matter. So Cedrik attempting the eagle putt. This will be the first eagle of the game if he makes it. If he makes it, oh, he doesn't. That's okay. He'll still get a birdie though. Not a bad effort for attempting the first eagle. And that's the birdie. So Tyler can also play to the fairway island. That looks very hard, but then again though, we're dealing with a different game, so conditions-wise is a lot more different. Particularly wind properties. Winds of this speed would be very strong in Resort, but not so much though in Club. So now Tyler switching to the 3-iron. He's got good wind to play for the green here with a backspin 3-iron. I would have actually gone for full power there myself, to be honest. Not a bad landing. Does have some distance to work with. But he's on the green though, so he does have a bit of a guide to shoot for the hole. Unlike Cedrik, because Cedrik finished outside the green. So will this be first eagle? It is! Nicely done by Tyler, getting the first eagle of this match. And now Tyler will go first, as he scored the lowest on hole 12. Ooh, we got some stream buffering problems. It's got very strong north wind, but then again, though, it could mean nothing because this is club. Well, the ball went flying a little there, but managed to hold it in a reasonably good spot. We got some more buffering on the stream. Just gotta wait for it to pan out. Tyler doesn't have the best internet connection where he's at, so he's simply working with what he's got essentially. He's still able to provide gameplay though, so that's a good thing. Come on. Show us that birdie. Yep, he got a birdie. The scores have been updated, so Cedrik is going up now. Cedrik got a pin location that looks similar to one in the 18-hole resort when you play classic course. Although it is at a different spot. Good landing there by Cedrik. And has a very easy putt here. Doesn't really have to adjust aim so much. Although the slight slope that goes downhill to the left or right does make a big difference. So that's why Cedrik was making fine adjustments. And he's made the birdie putt. So good job to him. Cedrik's still at a four-stroke disadvantage compared to Tyler, as he sits at -9 after 13 holes. And Tyler is sitting at -13, which is essentially a birdie on every hole so far. He has one par, but he got an eagle on hole 12. So Tyler can go first now, and he's got north wind here. Well, again, that isn't really going to mean anything. Going for the spoonful power, should be able to still land on the fairway. And he does. Well played. Now, full power driver shot is the order of the day, I would assume. Mm-hmm. If he gets a very nice first bounce, before the bunker, the ball should land very nicely on the green for an eagle. And that's basically what just happened. He's on the green. Very nicely done by Tyler. His chance to get his second eagle of this match. And he gets it. Very well done to Tyler. His second eagle. Now on to Cedrik. Direct south wind. But on the plus side, he can play the first shot with full power driver. Oh. But he probably did not want that happening. The ball landing in the rough. But still free, still 3.0 power on the driver. Should make it relatively close to the green, as it has. It's got a harder eagle putt, but the opportunity is still there. Oh wait, he's going. Oh, Cedrik, he teased me there. We've just been teased about a possible driver chip in. I mean, it is viable. I think it is viable in that position, but you know, I'm sure Wii Sports Club driver chip ins play out a lot differently to club. Sorry, resort. Cedrik preparing himself for the putt. Oh, wait. Oh, he's going for the driver chip in. And he makes it. Very well done by Cedrik. That was a beautiful driver chip in from that position. And he gets his first eagle of the game. Same starting order though. Tyler first. And that's a very good first shot there coming out from Tyler. I like how the water in Wii Sports Club is a much darker color compared to OG and Resort. Everything just basically became... all of the colors essentially became a lot more darker, essentially. So second shot coming out from Tyler. And that's a very good landing there from Tyler. Classic Hole 6 it does have a somewhat funny green, especially when you play for chip-ins. Just really depends on where the pin is. Anyway, that's a birdie for Tyler. Well played to him. On to Cedrik. I think he has similar winds to what Tyler had. I think they both had west wind there. I could be mistaken, though. Ooh, Tyler, no wind on hole 7. So, I think he can take the shortcut here. We'll see what he does. Back to Cedrik. Second shot played. And that's not too bad, I suppose. He's on the edge of the green, though, so he's not really going to have a guide. Yeah, no guide. So this might make the putt slightly more difficult, but I think he should still be good. Case in point. 2 birdies on hole 15 as we now head into hole 16. So Tyler again, no wind. Shortcut is viable here, it seems, because he's going for it. Oh, it looks like Cedrik might go for shortcut as well. He's got good wind to go for shortcut as well. And that's a very nice outcome there for Tyler. Okay, he's not on the green, but still though, I would assume because the shortcut is harder in club to basically pull off on classic hole 7. It would also make it a lot harder to land on the green as a result. Tyler, just missing the eagle. Very unlucky. But a birdie is still really good though on hole 16. It is still not easy on hole 16 to get an eagle. You have to be lucky to have good wind. Speaking of which, Cedrik has wind. Weak, but still enough though to make a difference. Although he finished on the bunker. That is disgusting. Disgusting for Cedrik because he's still in the because he's still trailing Tyler by. Oh, he made the chip in. Nice, well done, Cedrik. Makes another eagle, and because of that, he will be going first on hole 17. That was a very nice chip in from a bunker. He did well to shoot accurately. So, on to hole 17. Cedric starting off this time.
Great shot.
And, for some of you who don't know, full power spoon. The ball was going to land... It was going to land... The ball is literally not going to run away from the green and such. Wind doesn't matter on classic hole 8. What does matter though right now for Cedric is that he's not on the green. So he's got a difficult putt here to get a birdie. I actually would fancy going for a chip in myself, but I mean that's just me. It's in. Very nicely done by Cedric. Getting a birdie there, despite the ball not being on the green and having to work with some distance. Very well played by him. So on to Tyler now. He's got very strong northeast wind, but again, full power spoon or freewood. The ball isn't going to go flying off the green and such. Wind doesn't matter. I mean, you can see where the ball is landing. Really does amaze me how wind does not affect some of the holes in club compared to resorting class and OG sports. It's a complete different game in my perspective. So Tyler looks like he's got a simple putt here. Very little slope to work with for this pin location. Tyler just recalibrates his remote. And it's in. Nicely done by Tyler. Had Tyler missed that putt, Cedric would have then Cedric's deficit would have cut down by another stroke to only 2 compared to 3. Speaking of Cedric, playing his first shot on Classic Hole 9 or Hole 18, he has 0 wind. So he was able to go to the left island. Tyler has also got good wind to make going to the left island a viable option. So now Cedric's shooting for the green. I find it very odd that the pin location is not at the top of the little pyramid of an island. Albert! Oh, ho, 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 ho. I was about to say albatross. It just slowed down. My word. How close can you get? We had a near hole-in-one coming from Tyler on hole 11, and now we had a near albatross from Cedric. But nevertheless, he gets an eagle. So if Tyler gets a birdie here, Cedric's deficit will only be 1 stroke. So on to Tyler now, as Cedric heads into 9-hole resort. Oh, what's he done? What's he done? Oh no, Tyler. What has happened? This is a real game changer now. Tyler better hope he gets a chip in birdie. I think. Because if he gets a par, Cedrik will only be 1 stroke ahead of Tyler. Can Tyler do it? Can he get the chip in? Birdie. Same pin location as Cedrik. I'm feeling really tense for Tyler here. I never expected a mistake like that to come from somebody like Tyler. And there's no chip in birdie. This putt is actually somewhat difficult because the slope is somewhat funny. But now it's crucial that Tyler makes this par. And he has. So, Tyler, unfortunately, takes another 2 strokes to complete. So, unfortunately, Tyler has got his second par of the game, which oddly enough comes on the ninth hole of a course, as Cedrik plays his first shot on resort hole 1. Tyler's lead is now only -1 to Cedric, so Cedric has is still in the game still. And by the way, Cedric, no win on resort hole 1. Couldn't ask for a better start than that. No chip in eagle, but I'm sure he's not going to mind that at all. I think he's going to be brimming with confidence, seeing that Tyler messed up on Classic Hole 9 and has opened up a huge chance for Cedric to steal this game from Tyler at the latter stages of this game. Now let's move on to Tyler's first shot on Resort Hole 1 as Cedric picks up a birdie. Now Tyler in comparison is working with strong wind heading towards west. And I don't know why he's just red barred that. Maybe he wants to use a 3-iron to land on the green with backspin. I don't know. Not too sure if... Well, I think 5-iron will be fine here. 3.0 or such. Because again, it was going downhill the green. So he didn't have to go full power with that power bar. He had shooting from the rough, and he's going to have a very simple birdie putt here. Well, Tyler better keep making sure he continues to get birdies, because Cedric is catching up to him fast. He doesn't want his lead to suddenly disappear. We're now on to Resort Hole 2. And here's Cedric's first shot. And the ball has gone really wide. That was a very wide shot, to say the least. You'll do well to get the birdie. This could be an early chance for Tyler to make up a stroke to establish a bigger lead. And unfortunately, Cedric missed the birdie. Was very close, but he underestimated the slope. So he does pick up a par early on in resort. Will that pay dividend? It will depend on how Tyler plays this first shot here. And that's a pretty good shot. I think he's got more of a slope to work with here, but not so much distance compared to Cedric, so he should be able to pick up the birdie. If he does, he'll regain a 2-stroke advantage that he first obtained on Lakeside after Lakeside Hole 5. And he misses. That's the first time Tyler had a quote-unquote, a relatively quote-unquote straightforward putt. So that's a par for Tyler early on in a 9-hole course. First time for him, actually, as Cedrik plays his first shot on Resort Hole 3. That's going to be good news for Cedrik, because he's still only one stroke ahead of Tyler. An eagle here would be very nice for Cedrik. The pin is very close to the bunker. That looks overhit. Oh no, it's slowing down at a good pace. That's a good shot. Okay, some distance, but the slope isn't really that bad. Somewhat steep, though, from what we can see from Cedrik's gameplay. I think he'll be alright, though. Off we go. And it's in! Well done to Cedrik. He gets an eagle on Resort Hole 3. And I believe that's the first time in this game he got an eagle on a par 5 on the first par 5 hole. So moving on to Tyler, he is working with slight wind heading towards south when he shoots for the green, but that shouldn't really stop him from landing on the green, I don't think. I think Tyler can still land on the green, second shot. Same pin location to what Cedrik had, it looks like. Alright, so what he's doing here is a slice shot, slice or hook. Seem to have pulled off quite well. Unfortunately, though, first bounce was in the rough, which dramatically slows down the ball. Unless that doesn't matter in Wii Sports Club. But if Tyler doesn't get this chip in eagle, the game is guaranteed to be even or in Cedrik's advantage. Assuming Tyler gets the birdie here, the game will level out. And that is the case. So we are on level terms now. And now Cedrik starting off on Resort Hole 4. This is a hole-in-one opportunity. I'm not too sure how much power is generally needed for club in this situation, as well as if backspin is needed or not, but we'll see what Cedrik does. But I do believe he has a chance of a hole-in-one. Well, he did play with backspin. It took into effect too later than he would have liked. But the birdie putt here isn't too bad. Meanwhile, Tyler has no wind on Resort Hole 4. Could pay dividend. And that is a beautiful putt coming from Cedrik, shooting from the edge of the green or the fringe, whatever you want to call it and such. And he picks up another birdie. Moving on to Tyler now. Looks like a full power 5-iron is the shot of the day, based on how Tyler is setting up this shot. Switching between 5 and 3, or maybe he's using the 3-iron to line up the shot for the hole-in-one. And unfortunately, his stream is buffering, so can't really say what's going on. Slowly but surely, we are getting footage. And that's a near full power 5 iron, I'm going to say. Yeah, 5 iron. If it was 3 iron, the ball would have basically gone flying off the green. It seems like he has a decent landing. Yeah, that's a decent landing. Should be able to pick up the birdie. No problemo. And he does. So good job to Tyler, getting another birdie. So total score so far is on level terms, minus 21. Cedrik going off first again. Huge contrast of wins we're seeing from both players. Tyler has maximum north wind. Now in club, it's very rare. It's very few conditions you need. Sorry, to get an albatross on Resort Hole 5, there is only a few conditions that will enable you to get it. Tyler, at this moment, has the conditions for an albatross. Cedrik, I think, should be able to land on the green here. Okay, he's still far off. So, Cedrik may have to settle for a birdie here, unfortunately, if he can't make the chip-in eagle. I mean, sticking with the wedge, I would prefer to use the 7-iron here to drive the ball up slope. But I mean, that's just me. And I was worried that was under hit, but it still worked out alright. So Cedrik will be picking up a birdie here. But this, and well played to Cedrik, but that will give Tyler an opportunity to establish a 2-stroke lead again, assuming he gets an eagle, which sounds straightforward with the conditions he has. But we shall see how he executes. Oh yeah, I also just reminded myself, you need a good bounce. You need a good first bounce after shooting from the tee to go for the albatross on this hole. And once again, Tyler's stream, unfortunately, is being laggy here for us. We can't really see so well, but we're still seeing footage, nevertheless. But it's still not showing up. Just have to wait for Tyler to be back in sync, more or less. And he's off and running. Alright, that looks like a really good finish there, first shot. We'll definitely land on the green here, second shot. Ball has gone. Not sure if he aimed to go to the right there. But still, it's a really good finish. And this should be an eagle. And it is. So Tyler, very well played by him, picks up an eagle on Resort Hole 5 and quickly skipped ahead to Resort Hole 6 because his stream was that delayed.
Oh my god, fix your stream.
For us, that was. And he picks up a birdie on Resort Hole 6. So on to Cedrik now. Cedrik's got a very good wind here. I think he can easily get on the green in 2 shots. He has landed in the rough, but he's close to the green. It shouldn't really be too difficult to get a decent finish towards the pin. Pin is further down slope. It's actually in that sort of middle of the middle of that hill. Oh, the golf ball has run away. It looks like he didn't play backspin. I would have expected some backspin there on that ball from Cedrik. Difficult birdie here. He made a nice putt earlier on Resort Hole 4. Can he do it again on Hole 6? And he doesn't. That is really unfortunate. Oh, that's really gonna hurt Cedrik because we're coming down to the last 3 holes of this match. Cedrik now at a 3-stroke deficit. Sorry, no, 2-stroke deficit. My bad. So Tyler is going first, but we don't know how far ahead Tyler is. Oh, he's played his first shot on hole 7. Overpowered left hook shot, and that's gone really. That seems to have gone really badly. I don't think he can land on the green here, second shot. It doesn't look possible. I think he's going to have to sell with a par here. Very glitchy, but we're still seeing footage somewhat. Did he hit the tree? He's behind the tree. Oh no! This is really going wrong for Tyler now. What's he doing? I don't think he should go for a slice shot. I don't think that shot's viable. Whenever I finish up behind the tree here, even though I'm talking about resort, I think it's best to just play a putt shot just to finish on the other side of the tree and then play for the green. But it looks like Tyler is going to go for the big right hook shot. And he's in the water. Dear oh dear me. Cedrik gets a birdie here at this point. Yeah, I'm amazed that this game is becoming very close. Just goes to show it doesn't matter how you start in the beginning. What matters is how you finish. The finish line is always the most important aspect of a race. Starting off is a good thing, but as long as you finish first place, even from a poor start, that's all that matters at the end of the day. So Cedrik, brilliant opportunity here. If he gets a birdie, he's going to be in the lead, in fact. If he gets a birdie. Nicely on the fairway. But does he have a clear sight of the green? Somewhat. I'm not sure if he can avoid the pine tree branches. But I think he can play a hook shot though. Yep, that's what he's done. Maybe he played it with a little bit of backspin as well. Not the best landing in the world, but given the context of Tyler's double bogey on this hole, I think Cedrik will be okay with a par because they'll be both on level terms. But he wants that lead and just misses the chip in birdie. How unfortunate for Cedrik. Very close. But Cedrik shouldn't let that bother him though, because both players are on level terms. It's been unfortunate though that Cedrik missed out an opportunity to take a lead. So moving on now, Cedrik playing the first shot of the penultimate hole. And the pin location is on the middle of those two slopes. On those two slopes, that looks very nice actually. I think a straightforward full power 5-iron backspin should do the trick. Oh, he's actually cutting a little power. I think that's mainly because of the downhill aspect, I think. Oh, maybe he should have gone for full power. That's really not ideal. Well, let's hope Cedrik makes the birdie. Cedrik really wants to put himself in contention of winning this match. He needs the birdie here. Assuming Tyler does get a birdie himself on this hole. And that was a very difficult putt. He's going to get a very simple par putt, though. Nevertheless, so good effort from Cedrik. But I think holes 7 and 8 on this last free-hole course, Resort C to be specific, the fact that he's got 2 pars, that might actually stop him from winning, depending on how Tyler does. Tyler? Oh, he may have played his first shot already, and we just don't know what the outcome is. Still waiting. Oh, he's here. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Can Tyler get a birdie? If he does, he'll be heading to the last hole of the game with a 1-stroke lead. Well, the ball has gone quite a way, but I think he's got a better birdie putt opportunity compared to Cedrik. Can he make it though? If he does, the 1-stroke lead could be very crucial to the last hole. Oh boy. Wish the stream wasn't being choppy for Tyler. We got some footage. Here he goes. It's a miss! It is a miss! Who would have thought we would be going into the last hole level? Both players, assuming Tyler makes this par putt. Let's wait for him. He does. Both players, different scores. Both players at -22 total onto the last hole now of the game. Both on level terms. Oh, and Cedrik, that's a really poor first shot. But look at the wind Tyler is faced with. I'm not too sure if he can land on the green second shot. Cedrik taking it simple to land on the green. Don't blame him for that. If Cedrik can get a birdie, that will put pressure on Tyler. Cedrik can get a birdie at least on this last hole. That will add pressure to Tyler to get a birdie himself, especially with the wind that Tyler's faced with. Ooh, is the ball gonna stop before it reaches down slope? It's still running down slope.
Nice one.
This is a real tough birdie putt. If Cedrik makes it, though, it'll be up to Tyler to get at least a birdie. to finish the match at a tie. And no birdie for Cedrik. So Cedrik gonna have to settle with a par. If Tyler gets a birdie on this last hole of this game, he will win the match. And will become a very relieved person, especially because of the double bogey on hole 7. Tyler, if you're there, you're good to go. Away Tyler goes. First shot, full power driver. Decent landing, but he can't play. But he can't really play for the green on hole 2. Sorry, on this. He has to hope that his third shot, shooting from the backside of the pond, will land close to the pin so that he has a simple birdie putt. It's a very tense moment, but the stream is being very choppy on Tyler's part. But again, this is what we're working with. Crucial shot coming up here for Tyler. Way he goes. Where is that ball gonna land? The ball went flying. This is not a pretty putt. He's on the edge, so he has no line to help him aim. Can he do it? Birdie for victory. It's getting so tense that even the stream is struggling to handle the pressure. He's missed it! He has missed it! Sorry if that was a bit too loud, by the way, but there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have finished this game in a tie. Unfortunately, I don't know what happens in a tie. So, Cedrik, what happens in a tie here?
So, for the tie, I will once again select a random course and we will play the A course of this. So, full 3 holes, and whoever gets the best score after the 3 holes there wins. That's how it works.
Thank you very Alright, thank you very much, Cedrik. So take it away with the roll. I am genuinely shocked how Tyler played Resort. But I think the biggest turning point of this game was Tyler's disastrous first shot on Classic, hole 9. That was extraordinary to see a shot like that come out of nowhere from Tyler. Especially with how consistent he was playing as well. So here's the draw. What course are we playing at?
I forgot to put out the 18-hole courses, bruh. So
what are you doing?
Just to confirm, Resort, Lakeside, Classic, and no.
Okay, well, at least it's good to know that you're putting the stuff in there so that it's a fair draw.
But where is the stuff? There is the stuff. We have Resort. Resort A.
Resort. Oh, now that's interesting because Cedrik started off well in Resort A in the 27-hole game, so that could be a big advantage for Cedrik. But who knows? So Resort Hole A, whoever has the best low score will win this match for the tie-off. I assume the starting order is the same because Cedrik started playing first after hole 8. And I think also because he has the lowest score on the resort course. He's off and running. Yep. And I do see those wind animations. So Cedrik, can he get a chip and eagle? Would be very nice if he does. Whoa, very close. Almost 2 bounces and going in. But I think he'll be perfectly fine with a birdie though. And it goes. So a birdie for Cedrik. Moving on to Tyler now. He's got very strong wind heading towards. Sorry, I don't know why I froze there for a second. Tyler has a lot more work to do here. Can Tyler get a straightforward birdie? Oh no, this birdie isn't as straightforward as he would have liked. Can he make the birdie putt? Why is it always that when a 10 swimmer comes up, something struggles to keep up with this? Anyway, never mind. Joking aside, this is a crucial putt for Tyler, because this is only 3 holes. And he makes the birdie putt. Very well done, Tyler. Same starting order. Cedrik is first. Very strong southwest wind. Given that the hole is going... Given that you're traveling downhill here for the green. Cedrik is playing a shot reminiscent to what he did in his Resort 9-hole game. So maybe he remembers what is going to happen here. A case in point. What a magnificent landing. Okay, he was very close to hole in 1, but it's still a good thing that he played it with backspin for safety. Very nice birdie. On to Tyler now. How can Tyler respond?
I realize I'm facing whoever wins this, I'm screwed.
Okay. Well, we got a response there from Tyler, unexpectedly. So, let's see how Tyler plays the first shot here of the screen. Similar position to where Cedrik was aiming for. This is weaker wind he's dealing with, so gonna get a different result. Away it goes. Where's it gonna land? Very nicely. That's a very nice landing. Should get the birdie here. And he does. Well, I said it too early. My mistake. But both players birdie. Cedrik starting off. An eagle would add pressure again to Tyler. Cedrik not really been able to add a lot of pressure to Tyler, I don't think. Especially on the last 3 holes. But we'll see if he's going to be able to change that. Oh, he sliced the ball. It's heading in the bunker. That's in the bunker. We saw Cedrik earlier in the classic course getting a chip and eagle on hole 7. Can he do it here on resort hole 3? Not quite, but he's still going to be able to pick up a birdie, though, it seems. Tyler has got south wind here. Although I don't think it's really going to affect so much the second shot playing on the green here. So a birdie for Cedrik. If Tyler gets an eagle, we have our match winner. Once again, stream problems. We do apologize. Well, Tyler's off and running now. Nice landing, first shot. Again, although he's got south wind, a bit of south wind to work with, it shouldn't really be difficult to play for the green here. We're back. Oh, not a full power driver hit. Oh dear. If he doesn't make chip in eagle and then makes the birdie, we're gonna have another tie. Must make the chip in to win this match. Slowly but surely we're finding out what is happening. As Willy Wonka once said from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the suspense is terrible. I hope it will last.
No.
Okay, what has happened? And no chip in eagle, so... birdie? Yep, it's another tie. So, Cedrik, same protocol? Same protocol. Wait, wouldn't it be best to remove resort? Since, you know, that's been played? I don't know. I suppose not. Resort again! Okay. Well, we're heading to resort again.
Real bro moment right there.
So, Cedrik going first again. Same starting order. This is probably the longest game of this tournament so far. Cedrik, no wind on hole 1. Beautiful, beautiful conditions. It's got the pin location closest to the edge of the green, south of the green. Now, it was close to a chip in before, during the 18 holes game. Can you get one here? No, not quite, but it's safely on the green. Okay, on the edge of it, but the putt is straightforward. And it's in. Well done to Cedrik. So, on... Is Tyler not there? Okay. Oh, I see a still image. So he's played his first shot.
Bro, Tyler has McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Oh boy. Okay. I think we can see footage now. Yeah, resume. Okay, he's there. Alright. Back to normal for now. Let's hope we don't finish with another tie so we don't have to go through this again. Plays his second shot. How's the finish? Oh, ho, 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 ho! How close can you get? Nearly a chip and eagle for Tyler. But it's a birdie, y'all. I apologize for that. Random American accent and whatnot. Anyway, hole 2 again. Cedrik working with southwest wind. Does seem to be in a favorable hole-in-one position. And it was pretty close to getting it. Tony, on the other hand, has very strong northeast wind. And there's another birdie for Cedrik. 5 birdies in a row now, and counting. On to Tyler now. Oh, he's got 20 miles per hour wind heading towards northeast. Looks like this will make the shot plan out a lot differently. That landing is okay. Okay, he's working with some distance. Meanwhile, poor Cedrik, 10 meters per second wind south. Yes, he's pointing it out directly. Will Cedrik be fortunate that Tyler gets bad wind as well on hole 3? We'll have to see and find out if Tyler can make the birdie first of all. Which he doesn't! Cedrik may have a bit of a safety net here. Because Tyler's picking up a par here. Cedrik, for the first time ever in this match, is in the lead. And away he goes. Oh, wow. Huge contrast of differences between what winds they have. Cedrik, again, working with very bad, strong south wind. But Tyler has no wind at all on Resort Hole 3. This could be the big game changer here. But as I say, that Tyler got a par on hole 2. And Cedrik is at a one-stroke advantage. A simple birdie would be suffice. Sorry, not suffice, sufficient. That's the better word, sufficient. Doesn't want the ball to run away. That's okay. Decent putt opportunity here. Oh, he misses! He misses! Oh, boy. So now if Tyler gets an eagle, he will win the match. Yo! 360 putt, yo! Oh, but I have no idea what Tyler just played there. He's catching the tree. Is this a deliberate act of messing up? To prolong the match? I hope that's not the case. My word.
Tyler just secretly wants to give up.
Oh, boy. I don't know why. I was worried there that the ball was going in out of bounds. That wasn't the case, though. The pin is further up, so there is a possibility Tyler might overhit it. Oh! Very close to a chip-in. Very close calls we've had for chip-ins. But I think I think the closest one was the albatross on Classic Hole 9 from Cedrik.
Another freaking tie.
Yep, another tie. Resort third time? No, it's the classic course this time. Yay, a bit of change. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I was just thinking about that, Cedrik. Thank you. So this time, Tyler going first. As we play Freehold Classic. Cedrik is very fortunate that Tyler messed up on hole 3. Because I'm surprised that Tyler didn't get an eagle on hole 3. Especially because of the fact he had no wind. Yes, yes. Oh, no, you were pointing at albatross. Okay, I thought you were pointing at the hole-in-one thing. So Tyler going first this time. Very strong north wind. Although, I think north wind on Classic Hole 1 actually makes chip-ins harder. I think. I mean, that's just what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. Doesn't look like he's going to adjust aim here. He's just going to go ahead and shoot. How is the outcome? It's going to be a birdie, it seems. But I think Tyler will be happy with a birdie, though. Meanwhile, Cedrik, very strong wind heading towards west. Not looking ideal, as Tyler does pick up the birdie. So, second shot coming up. Cedrik would want a nice simple birdie putt here. Very close to the chip-in eagle there. A continuous run of close call chip-ins just seems to be happening in this match in general. Okay, there's another birdie. Now it's on to Tyler, who has no wind. He has a hole-in-one opportunity. Can he take it? That is the question. Cedrik has wind, but it's only 1 meter per second southwest wind. And no hole-in-one for Tyler, but he should be able to pick up a nice straightforward birdie. And it's in. So, on to Cedrik now. He's also got a hole-in-one opportunity. Oh, he nearly made it. He nearly made it. Well, not nearly, almost, actually. Nearly would have suggested, catching the edge of the hole, but it doesn't go in. But a straightforward birdie putt, again, for Cedrik, just like Tyler. Both birdies, and now we head to hole 3. Tyler's got good wind to play for the fairway island. Well, he's working with west wind, though. I would prefer to go along the fairway instead of the fairway island. Cedrik has better wind. I say that because he has more margin. He has more margin for error now, shooting to the fairway island. We'll see how it will pan out. Tyler's second shot. He's got some distance, but the eagle opportunity is there. Aligning the shot perfectly. Practice strokes. And off he goes. It's a miss! It's a miss! Cedrik. If Cedrik can get an eagle, assuming Tyler gets the birdie here, which he does. If Cedrik gets an eagle, he's the winner. Great shot! Only once Cedrik has been in the lead on this match, and that was in the previous stalemate game. Second 3-hole stalemate game. 2 shots in. Where's the ball gonna land? Ooh, it's running away! It's running away! Ooh, Cedrik, he needs to pull off one of his best shots in his Wii Sports Club career. Oh, oof. I'm not too sure if a driver chip-in is worth it. My word. That would be a very ballsy move, to say the least. Driver chip-in. Want to get the win? On one hand, if you pull it off, you're into the final. But if you miss it, the ball's going to go out of bounds and guaranteed win for Tyler.
What he's saying is don't go for it.
Did I say that? Anyway,
Yes.
okay, yeah, no, I said that. Anyway. No, that's not happening here. Cedrik attempting a chip in. That's close. Ah!
Bruh.
Oh my word! Oh, we have another stalemate. 4 stalemates in a row. You could not make this up if you could. Come on, Cedrik. What's the next 3-hole course? Resort again. For the third time. We're playing on Resort A for the stalemate. No. Tyler's still going first.
Can this match just end?
It will, my friend. Just be patient. We have to be patient. I'm sorry. I'm struggling a bit to keep myself together. I need to stay focused here. Tyler taking his sweet, sweet time. Even though he needs to play the first shot of the game. Off we go. All right. So, Tyler playing first shot for the fourth stalemate game. He's got some good wind. Heading towards northwest when he's shooting for the green. How's it going to turn out? Would it get close to the chip in? Well, he wasn't so far off with that backspin. It's going to be a birdie. And it's in. So a birdie there for Tyler. Cedrik doesn't have better wind, but it's still... But he can still work with it, though. Shouldn't really have too much problems getting a birdie, at least. If he can't get a chip in eagle. Near full power 9-iron. I agree with that shot. Not far off the pin either. And there's the birdie for Cedrik. So on to Tyler next, who has north wind on this hole. Possible hole in one. Few practice strokes, and he's away. I think that was just a slow delivery and not one to play a backspin. He's landed on the edge of the green, but I don't think the birdie putt is going to be that difficult. If he misses, though, and Cedrik gets a birdie, Cedrik will be in the lead again. But then again, though, I said that in the second stalemate game. And Tyler gets the birdie. Nicely done. On to Cedrik now. Who has strong northeast wind. Pin location being closest to the bunker. Not too sure if that's a good thing or not. But the ideal way is for the first bounce of the ball to be in the rough so that it will slowly land on the green. But that's not a bad result there either. Oh, Tyler has got favorable wind on hole 3, I see. Should make getting to the green a straightforward task. But let's keep focused on Cedrik. Birdie opportunity here. And it's there. I was very worried that Cedrik was going to miss that. But he's made it. On to Tyler now. Favorable win here to land on the green in 2 shots. Cedrik doesn't, though. He has self-win, but at least it's not 10 meters per second or 20 miles per hour. Still, though, I think Tyler could manage to get an eagle here. Pin location is not really friendly because it's at the top of it's over the bunker essentially. I think landing the ball on the edge of the green will be sufficient for Tyler to get the eagle. Just really depends on how this shot turns out. Doesn't want to catch a tree here, which he hasn't, so that's a good thing. But he's in the bunker. Cedrik might be given a lifeline, considering he can't land on the green in 2 shots. But Tyler could get a chip in here, and he doesn't. Oh my word! Another close call. How many close calls can we take? Something has got to give eventually. As Tyler picks up another birdie, on to Cedrik. Cedrik needs chip in. Cedrik needs chip in eagle to win. Oh, this is looking good. The ball is on the fairway after 2 shots. Good opportunity for the eagle chip in. If he makes it, he's the winner. And he doesn't. Very close. But let's see if Cedrik will make this birdie putt. Even the most simplest putts can be missed. And it's not. 4 stalemates in, and we still don't have a winner. So, do the honors again, Cedrik. I hope you guys have been finding this match entertaining, considering how close and dramatic it's getting. Resort yet again. 4th time now, resort has been selected. So, Tyler going first. Again. So again, the stream is being laggy. Nope, it's looking better. Or is it? I could be wrong. It seems to be on the loop now. Yeah, no, it's slowly getting there. We're slowly getting there. Pretty sure Tyler is ahead of us now. No wind on hole 1. So a good opportunity for chip and eagle for Tyler. Lining up the shot. We've had a lot of close calls for chip-ins. Can Tyler finally make a chip-in? The answer is no. Off target, unfortunately, but should still pick up the birdie. Cedrik has got very strong north wind. Could be useful for him. Anyway, Tyler should pick up the birdie here. Was recalibrating his Wii remote just to make sure he shoots precisely, and he does. There's a birdie onto Cedrik, full power driver. Beautiful shot to start things off. It's landed very close to the green. So much so that he can just use the wedge here. Cedrik hoping to get the chip in. Oh, underpaced, and it was off target, but he should pick up the birdie still. And he does. Excuse me, nicely done. Tyler starting off on hole 2. And that's a very good shot there. Considering he was working with west wind. Should be able to pick up the birdie. Cedrik's same pin location to the last stalemate game. He just has different wind though. And there's another birdie for Tyler. Onto Cedrik. I think he did play this shot with backspin. Has he? No, he hasn't. Oh, he did. The ball has ran away. Quite some distance. It's a real tough shot, but as I say that, Tyler with 20 miles per hour heading towards southeast, which I argue is the worst wind on this court, on this hole. Actually, no, not southeast. No, that would be southwest, actually. Cedrik. Oh, no, Cedrik! The ball tickled the rim of the hole, but it didn't go in. Well, Cedrik is in a deficit again. Tyler has the advantage. Been a while as well. Tyler gets a birdie and Cedrik doesn't get an eagle. Tyler gets a birdie and Cedrik doesn't get an eagle. Tyler is your winner. Cedrik has actually got east wind. So the wind is going to head slightly north when he plays for the green. That's very favorable conditions. How's Tyler looking? That's a pretty good second shot there. Not bad pin location here. Oh, but he sent the ball way flying over the green. At least he played it with backspin, though, for safety. But if Tyler misses this putt here, which this putt is missable at times, Cedrik would then just need a birdie to tie again. And there's a miss. There is a miss. Cedrik has the conditions to get an eagle on this hole. If Cedrik gets an eagle, he will win. Birdie, another tie. This is extraordinary how this match has been panning out. Is the stalemate going to come to an end? We shall see. Good first shot from Cedrik, if I may say. And again, the wind can just do all the hard work for him, I feel. Playing for the green. But it looks like he's going to play a slight right hook. Yeah, he is. It looks good. Nope, the ball is heading to the bunker. Oh, can he make the chip in eagle? If he doesn't, he's missed out a chance to win. But like the third time? And the ball has come to a stop near the pin. We got another stalemate, everybody, assuming Cedrik makes this putt. But on the flip side, Cedrik will be going first again for the stalemate game. So, Cedrik, where are we playing at again? Where are we playing at? I would like to see I hope Lakeside gets selected. I'm not gonna lie. We haven't seen Lakeside yet. I would like to see Lakeside. Ha! 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 Wow! Just as I call it. Well, not called it. Suggested it. We're playing on Lakeside. Finally, a bit of fresh air, as one may say, because we're playing on Lakeside. A different free-hole course. We've played Resort 4 times and Classic once. Now, for the first time in this stalemate, we have Lakeside freeholes, And Cedrik is starting off. 0 wind as well. Very nice condition for Cedrik here. Looks like a pretty decent chip-in opportunity. But again, the ball is traveling up slope, so that's probably why it slowed down a lot. And I think he played with backspin, so yeah. It should make the birdie putt here. And he does. Well played, Cedrik. Now, Tyler, he's got very nice north wind here. Away he goes. Second shot coming up now for Tyler. That's a pretty decent landing. Somewhat distant putt, but should be straightforward to make for Tyler. And it's in. Well done, Tyler. Moving back to Cedrik, starting off on Lakeside Hole 2. Ooh, nice north wind here. Only one opportunity. No hole in one, but a nice landing, nevertheless. Tyler has no wind on Lakeside Hole 2. That's very nice for him. So he's also got a hole in one opportunity. Oh no! Cedrik, he misses the birdie putt. Huge chance again now for Tyler. Tyler, good opportunity here to take the advantage. Ah! What? 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 No. I do not believe this. I don't believe what I'm seeing here. Tyler was literally denied a hole in one. What is going on here? Does this game not want to give us a distinct winner? Oh my word. Okay, anyway, Tyler, starting off here, not the best win in the world. Can't take the shortcut. Oh, don't land on the deep rough. Oh. Just avoided a deep rough. Very fortunate there for Tyler. Well, I don't. I think he may have to overhit this. Nope, doesn't look like it. I thought he had to overhit it to get a clear shot onto the green. He's got very strong. The wind now, the way he's shooting, the direction he's shooting the ball is now northwest. So should be able to land on the green here. Very nice finish, coupled with the backspin. Now, if he picks up the birdie, Cedrik must eagle hole 3. And there is a birdie for Tyler. Cedrik is going to the left because he must get an eagle on hole 3 to finish in a stalemate again. And if he doesn't, Tyler is the winner. The wind is not really favorable for the shortcut, but Cedrik has no choice here. He must take the shortcut. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Tyler is your winner of this match. After so long of many stalemates, we finally have a winner of this match. Commiserations, Cedrik, but it's Tyler who moves on to the final. Boy, that was quite a match. 5 stalemates ending in a tie. And then it took the 6th one and the first one in Oh, Cedrik. Trying to show off his mad golf skills. I don't think it's worth it. I think this tells us how distraught Cedrik is at the moment.
How many tiebreakers did we use here? 5?
No, like 6.
6. Oh my! I think
5.
this will be the record forever for all golf
6
tournaments.
tiebreakers.
Basically, 5 stalemates ended in a tie, and it took the 6th one.
18
4 times on resort, 1 time in classic, and then the one that really just give out the winner, Lakeside.
That's a big GG because
hit my
this
guy,
was intense.
But bruv, I gotta say bruv though. I don't know why I'm saying bruv, mate.
Bruv?
The
What?
biggest gut wrenching moment is Tyler missing the hole in 1 on Lakeside Hole 2.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't have
what
any
the
chance with this
heck?
wind, but yeah.
I've done that hole in 1 in Lakeside A runs with the exact same setup, so
Yeah, I would
Yeah, I know how to
say
do it.
Lakeside Hole 2 is the easiest hole in the entire game to get a hole in 1 if you have no wind.
in club, yeah. Like, I think if you're talking like the whole series, then 16 in resort is easier, but
Yeah, if you have the setup and you
Have
reset it
setup.
lost, of course.
yeah.
But for
I think
par
Resort-
threes, Resort
That's
2
funny,
is way harder. At least in club. Because the wind has such a huge effect on the ball on Resort Hole 2, it's so hard to get.
Oh yeah, I did
ace.
see that. You basically had 2 shots
Yeah,
where you
we both-
aimed
we both
on the
got
far
screwed a couple
side,
times.
on the far right of the green, but it ended like near the edge of the left side of the green. Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
If I'm cutting a best
We
of
each got screwed
the
a few.
tournament, I think I will have a lot of of work to do with this match.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
I just got my month.
But
So,
it's,
final
once
wo-
again, it's double elimination. I'm not out yet. Maybe we will face again, Tyler.
What a
Well,
strong loser's bracket. The loser's
yeah.
bracket is going to be strong no matter what.
Well, anyways, I think that's gonna wrap it up then for the match. I hope you guys had fun watching, despite the many grueling stalemates. But it was entertaining.
I'm sure we both
So,
got me lost.
I'm gonna head off now. Thanks for
Okay.
watching, guys.
Thanks for
See you
commentating.
later. No problem.